Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's do the days of the week so we can tell everyone what day it is. Ready?
Okay.
Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Dylan, if yesterday was Monday, what's today?
Tuesday.
Good. Today is Tuesday. What month is it? Do you remember the month?
March.
March. Good. Tuesday, March, and it's the 31st, last day of March. Tomorrow is April 1st, April Fool's Day. So maybe we'll do our months of the year song tomorrow since we're switching to a new month. All right, so we have a shout out this morning. You get your pom-pom. Our shout out this morning goes to Kasaira. I logged on the Lexia program this morning, and I see that she has 3 of her 10 units done for the week. Yay, Kasaira.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm sorry. You ready now? Yay, Kasaira. Good job. All right, let's put our pom-poms down, and we're going to do a picture walk for our book today. The book that we're reading is actually another book by Monica Wellington, so this may look similar. She wrote Zinnia's Flower Garden that we read yesterday, and you're going to notice as we do our picture walk that she sets up this text very similarly to the way she set up Zinnia's Flower Garden, in that she has like the illustration over here, but then on this side where the words are, she has pictures and more facts about the book in the border, okay? So let's do a picture walk. Dylan, you ready? All right. Dylan, what's happening here? What do you think she's doing? Those look like
Picking apples.
apples. I think they might be tomatoes. Do you know why I think they're tomatoes? Because this book is called Pizza at Sally's, and we need tomatoes to make the sauce for pizza, right?
No, I picked them apples and potatoes.
Apples and potatoes? All right, we'll have to see when we read. And predictions are allowed to be wrong. It's okay if you make predictions that are not correct that you find as you read the book. Okay, so here it looks like there's a truck that has the word flour on it. So I know we need flour to make pizza dough. Dylan, what's happening here? What do you see in this picture? What do you see in this picture here?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. Where do you see mashed potatoes?
Right there.
Oh, you know what? That says mozzarella cheese. So those are like the balls of the fresh mozzarella cheese, it looks like. And, oh, a big sign here that says pizza. Go ahead, honey. It's okay. All right. Oh, here it looks like she's stirring some sauce. There's a kitty. You see the kitty?
Can I pet him?
You can pet the kitty, yeah. Aww. Oh, look, I see an S and a P. I think that stands for this. This is salt and this is pepper. And see, she sliced the tomatoes here. What are those?
Mashed potatoes.
Those are onions.
Onions.
And peppers.
And what are those?
Those are tomatoes.
Tomato.
Tomatoes, yeah.
I think they're apples.
You think they're apples. Okay. All right. Here we see some of the other ingredients that Sally is using in her pizza. You want to go play? It's okay.
Oops.
Here it looks like she's making the dough. And look, the kitty cat's helping her. Kitty's helping. Oh, here she looks like, oh, it looks like, look, she's tossing the dough up in the air to make the pizza. Isn't that neat? The kitty's helping her. Oh, do you know what this is here? This is called a rolling pin. So that's probably what she used to roll out the dough to make it nice and flat. Here she is. She has the pizza. It looks like it has all the cheese on it, maybe some toppings. Looks like there might be some toppings in there, maybe little mushrooms, maybe. Okay. Here it looks like she's putting her pizza in the oven to bake it, right? And here she has a pizza slicer, all right, to slice the pizza, cut the pizza. How many pieces of pizza do we see here? Let's see. I'm going to start here with this one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 slices of pizza. Okay. Oh, what do you think's happening here? Now we're outside. We see someone carrying pizza there. That looks like that might be Sally there. Okay. Oh, and here, look, this says Sally's Pizzeria. That must be the restaurant she has where she makes her pizza. And here it looks like she's sharing pizza with a bunch of the kids that have come to her restaurant. And there her and the kitty are enjoying some pizza. All right, and this says goodbye, and up here it says arrivederci, which means goodbye in, I believe, Italian. Okay, and there's even a Sally's Pizza recipe here in the back. And parents, I can put this on the dojo if you would like to see what this recipe is to make Sally's Pizza. All right. So now I'm going to go through, and that was a picture walk that we just did. So in class, we do picture walks to kind of make predictions of what we're going to read about and what the story might be about. As I read today, very similar to yesterday, I want you to think about the steps that Sally is taking to make her pizza. So yesterday when we read Zinnia's flower garden, we thought about the steps that Zinnia was taking in order to plant her garden. And then when we did our writing lesson in the afternoon, since we're working on a how-to paragraph to explain how to do something, we worked on using transition words like first, second, next, then, and so on to explain the steps Zinnia went through. We're going to do the same thing this afternoon when we do our writing lesson, but we're going to do it for pizza at Sally's. So when I read, I want you to think about what steps is Sally taking to make her pizza, and we'll discuss it later when we do our writing lesson. Okay? Pizza at Sally's by Monica Wellington. Sally the pizza maker grows tomatoes in her community garden in the city. These tomatoes are for pizza. So here we have her tomatoes, and we did that in our picture walk. Wheat grown on farms far away is milled into flour and delivered to Sally's Pizzeria. This flour is for pizza. So here we see the wheat, okay, that is cut down and milled, all right, and then it's turned into flour. Milk is made into cheese and sold in the shop next door. This cheese is for pizza. So here we see milk, cream cheese, ice cream. These are all part of the dairy food group. All right. And later, if you follow my suggested plan for today, there's a science video that talks about the 5 food groups and talks about the grain group, which wheat would be a part of. Talks about the dairy group, which all of these items, milk, cheese, ice cream, yogurt would be a part of. Also talks about the vegetables group, which tomatoes would be a part of. Sally opens her pizzeria in the morning. Hungry customers will be arriving soon. Orders will be coming in over the phone, but now it's time to make pizza. Cut, chop, stir, and simmer. There are good cooking smells in the air. Sally makes her tomato sauce. So it looks like, I think that the things on the border here around the picture might be the ingredients or the things that Sally used to put in her sauce. So tomatoes, right? She used a spoon to mix. She probably used this knife to cut up the onions, all right, that she put in her tomato sauce. We talked about the salt and pepper. She probably put that in her tomato sauce. And here you see her making her sauce on the stove. Measure and mix. With water and yeast, Sally starts the dough for her famous pizza crust. Here looks like a recipe book, and it says pizza recipe. So a recipe tells you how to make something. Here we see some measuring cups. So 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, and 1 whole cup. that she would use to measure out her ingredients. Here you see the oils being poured into a little tablespoon. All right, so tablespoon or a teaspoon, measure out how much oil she needs. Push, pull, punch, and pound. She kneads her stretchy dough and leaves it to rise. The dough is just right. Sally rolls it and folds it and rolls it again. Whoosh! She twirls it up into the air. Now everything is ready to put together. First, there's a transition word that we talked about in our writing lesson yesterday. First comes the pizza dough. Then, another transition word, then the tomato sauce. Then freshly grated cheese is sprinkled on top. Perfect. Sally slides her pizza into the hot oven. The pizzeria smells delicious as the pizza bakes. Out it comes, bubbly and hot. Quick, slice up the pizza and it's ready to eat. Here we see a little cash register over here and some money. So we know that she's selling the pizza in her pizzeria. Here's a little piece of paper that says deliver to, and it has the name of the people that ordered and what they ordered. So we know that Sally not only sells pizza in her pizzeria, but she makes deliveries too, which could explain why at the end we see her outside walking on the street. Maybe she's making a delivery right here. Pop the pizza into a box. Some customers take theirs home to eat, and some have it delivered. And I like how, since she is walking outside, or the people are walking outside, taking their pizza home, or Sally's going to make some deliveries, you see some signs that you would see outside on the street. So here you have your stoplight. So red means stop, yellow slow down, green means go. You have those here, go, slow, and stop. No parking sign. When you see that, it means you can't park there. Yield means to slow down, and you might have to let someone go before you. All right, they have the right of way. They can go first. Bus stop, walk. This here, you'll see around our schools, means that there's a school crossing. All right, so that's where children may be crossing after leaving school or coming to school. No U-turn. In other words, you can't make your car do a U in the middle of the street and turn back around and go the other way. So those are some signs that you might see out on the streets. But eating pizza right here at Sally's Pizzeria is best of all. Probably because it's fresh out of the oven, right? Doesn't cool down on the way take it to your house to eat. The busy day is over, and the last customers have gone. Now Sally and her little helper can relax and enjoy a slice themselves. How yummy. The end. So again, as I read, you were supposed to think about the steps that Sally went through in order to make her pizza. So think about that and discuss it, and we will go over that more this afternoon in our writing lesson. Let me just get in my notes here. So follow up, if you're on getepic.com, we have a read to me book called I Want Pizza. I think that's what it was called. So one is Let's Eat Pizza, and one is I Want Pizza. So those are your follow-up books on Get Epic. I'll also post the science lesson to the schedule. It is from another video from SciShow Kids, and it's called The Five Fabulous Food Groups. And as you watch that video, think about some of the ingredients that Sally used in making her pizza, and see if you can figure out which food group they would belong to. Right? I'll see you back later for our phonics lesson.